Listening. It's simple yet powerful. It's an act that requires no special skills, just a willingness to be present.
When we truly listen, we connect. We bridge the gap between hearts and minds, creating a bond that transcends words. We open doors to understanding. We step into each other's worlds, gaining insights and perspectives that enrich our own. We show empathy and compassion. We offer a shoulder to lean on, a hand to hold, and a heart that cares. In a world that's often noisy and chaotic, listening is a gift. It's a rare and precious act that brings peace and clarity. It's a way to show someone they matter, that their voice is heard, their feelings acknowledged, and their presence valued, that their thoughts and feelings are valid, and that we care. It's a silent affirmation that speaks volumes.
Think about a time when someone truly listened to you. When they gave you their undivided attention and made you feel like the most important person in the world. How did it make you feel? Probably heard, understood, and valued. It likely left a lasting impression on your heart. That's the power of listening. It creates a sense of belonging and connection that words alone cannot achieve. That's the power of listening. It's a simple act that can transform relationships and build bridges of understanding.
It creates a safe space for sharing, a sanctuary where thoughts and feelings can be expressed without fear of judgment. It builds trust and strengthens relationships. It lays the foundation for deeper connections and mutual respect. When we listen, we create a ripple effect of positivity. Our actions inspire others to listen, creating a chain reaction of kindness and understanding.
But listening isn't just about hearing words. It's about tuning into the emotions and intentions behind those words. It's about understanding the emotions behind them. It's about recognizing the unspoken feelings and responding with empathy. It's about paying attention to body language and tone of voice. These non-verbal cues often speak louder than words. It's about being fully present in the moment, without distractions. It's about giving your full attention to the person in front of you.
When we listen with our whole selves, we create a space where true connection can flourish. We unlock a deeper level of connection. We build bridges that span the chasms of misunderstanding and indifference. So the next time someone is speaking to you, put down your phone, silence your thoughts, and truly listen. Give them the gift of your full attention. You might be surprised by the power of this simple act. It can transform a moment, a relationship, and even a life. It could be the key to unlocking a heart, building a bridge, and creating a world where everyone feels heard and valued, and making the world a little bit brighter. Because when we listen, we light up the world with understanding and compassion.
We all build walls. These walls can be physical, emotional, or even psychological. They are constructed from our fears, insecurities, and past experiences. Walls of fear, insecurity, and mistrust. These walls are built brick by brick, each one representing a moment of pain or a fear of vulnerability. These walls protect us, but they also isolate us. They keep us safe from perceived threats, but at the cost of our connections with others. They prevent us from forming meaningful connections. But listening has the power to change all of that. Listening has the power to break down these walls. When we truly listen, we open ourselves up to understanding and empathy.
When we listen without judgment, we create a bridge. This bridge connects us to others, allowing us to traverse the gaps that once seemed insurmountable. We show the other person that it's safe to be vulnerable. This act of opening up can be the first step towards healing and connection, to share their true selves without fear of criticism. When someone feels heard, they feel valued and understood. This act of vulnerability is incredibly powerful. It can transform relationships and build a foundation of trust. It fosters trust and understanding. When we listen, we show that we care, and this caring builds a stronger, more connected community. It allows us to see the world through someone else's eyes. This new perspective can be enlightening and transformative.
Think about a time when you felt truly heard by someone. How did it make you feel? Did it change your perception of that person? Did it bring you closer to that person? Did it help you feel more connected and understood? Did it help you feel more connected? That's the power of listening. It creates a bond that transcends words. That's because listening creates a sense of shared humanity. It reminds us that we are all in this together, facing similar struggles and joys. It reminds us that we're not alone in our struggles, that there are others who understand and can offer support, that we all have stories to tell and experiences to share. These stories are the threads that weave the fabric of our shared existence.
Listening is the foundation of empathy. It allows us to step into someone else's shoes and see the world from their perspective. By listening to others, we step outside of our own limited perspectives. We expand our understanding and grow as individuals. We begin to understand the world in a richer, more nuanced way. This deeper understanding fosters compassion and connection. This understanding is essential for building bridges and creating a more compassionate society. When we listen, we pave the way for a world where everyone feels heard and valued.
Judgment. It's a heavy burden we often carry. We judge ourselves, we judge others, and we fear being judged. This fear of judgment can be paralyzing. It can stop us from taking risks, from stepping out of our comfort zones, and from pursuing our dreams. This constant judgment creates distance. It builds walls between us, making it difficult to truly connect with others. It prevents us from connecting authentically. We put up facades, hiding our true selves, fearing that if we show who we really are, we will be judged and rejected. It stifles open communication and understanding. When we are constantly worried about being judged, we hold back our thoughts and feelings.
When we judge, we make assumptions. We think we know someone's story based on a few pieces of information. We see the world through a narrow lens, colored by our own experiences and biases. This narrow perspective limits our understanding and empathy. We fail to see the full picture, the complexities and nuances of another person's story. We miss out on the richness of their experiences and the depth of their character. This lack of understanding leads to misunderstandings, conflicts, and broken relationships. We end up hurting each other and ourselves.
Judgment also creates fear. Fear of being wrong, fear of being rejected, fear of not being good enough, fear of being seen as different. This fear isolates us, making us feel alone and disconnected. This fear prevents us from expressing ourselves openly and honestly. We hold back our true thoughts and feelings, afraid of being judged. It keeps us trapped in a cycle of self-doubt and insecurity. We question our worth and our abilities.
The truth is, none of us are perfect. We all make mistakes, we all have flaws, and we all have moments of weakness. These imperfections are what make us human, and we all have moments of weakness. It's in these moments that we need compassion and understanding the most. Instead of judging each other for our imperfections, what if we embraced them? What if we saw our flaws as opportunities for growth and connection? What if we created a world where it was safe to be vulnerable, to make mistakes, and to learn from each other? A world where judgment was replaced with empathy, understanding, and support. Imagine the possibilities.
Empathy. It's the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. It's about stepping into someone else's shoes and seeing the world through their eyes. Empathy is the antidote to judgment. It's the key to building meaningful connections and creating a more compassionate world.
Choosing empathy means letting go of our need to be right. It means silencing our inner critic and opening our hearts to understanding. It means listening with the intention to connect, not to judge or criticize.
Empathy doesn't mean we have to agree with everything someone says or does. It simply means we're willing to see their perspective, even if it's different from our own. This willingness to understand is the foundation of compassion and respect. It's the starting point for building bridges and creating a more harmonious world.
When we choose empathy, we choose kindness. We choose connection. We choose to see the humanity in everyone, regardless of their background, beliefs, or experiences. This choice has the power to transform our relationships, our communities, and ultimately, ourselves.